Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90 Day Fiance. Darcey and Georgi clash over having kids in new episode of Happily Ever After. 90 Day Fiance stars Georgi Rusev and Darcey Silva are back with their fights, but this time they argued over having children. Their marriage is on the verge of collapse due to their differences. He has been bickering with her due to her control over him and financial issues. He feels his life is a joke to his wife, while she thinks she has been used for a green card and an American lifestyle. Well, it's not entirely untrue that Darcey has played the role of sugar mama in her relationship with Georgi. It seems she married the much younger Bulgarian native for his looks. He might have also agreed to live with her for the rest of his life to grow financially. Hence, fans think neither of them is ultimately compatible. Georgi Rusev is a changed man toward Darcey after he established himself in the States. She pressed him for an update on their current relationship status. In a recent episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After Season 9, he robbed her of peace, giving her tension shortly after their heated showdown in a hotel room. According to Darcey, Georgi left her alone in the night due to their argument. In the morning, when she woke up, she found no trace of him. She assumed he hadn't returned to sleep. She shared her worries with Stacey, who informed her that her husband has something off. This scared Darcey more, who messaged him to find out his whereabouts. He responded to her after a long time, saying she knows how to fake love. In an exclusive sneak peek into an upcoming episode of Happily Ever After of 90 Day Fiancé, Georgi Rusev and Darcey Silva again got into a fight about welcoming kids together. She said that she previously discussed the topic with him, but then he told her he didn't want to take up responsibilities. Darcey declared that, whatever the situation is, they can't have children. Georgi clarified that he had never told her he wanted a child soon. It's that he couldn't get the subject out of his head. He claimed it's bothering him almost all the time. He then complained that he had tried to show her his feelings, but she continued to neglect him. Darcey, who seems in a drunken state, turned around her back on Georgi to say she can't really give what he wants. She also noted he is suddenly concerned about the kids as his sister poked him. This annoyed him, and he cussed a lot in anger, prompting her to put her hands on her ears. His behavior terrified her. At one point, Georgi shouted at Darcey, telling her that he used to be open before. He hated those people who cared less for him and his feelings. Hence, he stopped talking about what's inside of him. This whole time, she remained tight-lipped. Many fans watching the clip blasted her for always prioritizing herself over her partner. For the latest Darcey and Georgi's tea. The latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, delivered exactly what fans expect when Darcey Silva and Georgi Rusev step into a room together. Romance, tension, tears, and big-time questions about the future. But this time, it wasn't about wedding drama or jealousy. Instead, the couple faced a deeper emotionally charged crossroads. Will they have children together, or are their expectations pushing them further apart? The episode opens with Darcey and Georgi attempting to look calm over brunch, but viewers could immediately feel the undercurrent of stress. The pair may be in a more stable place than in past seasons, but when it comes to their future family plans, they're far from aligned. A different kind of deadline. At 49, Darcey has been open about wanting more children. She's talked before about dreaming of a big family and giving Georgi the life she believes he deserves. But her desire isn't just sentimental. There's urgency behind it. She's been thinking about fertility treatments, surrogacy, and alternative paths to motherhood, hoping to turn possibility into reality. Georgi, meanwhile, has a different outlook. Though he loves Darcey, the idea of bringing a baby into the world right now feels overwhelming. He reminded Darcey, and the audience, that their lives have been a whirlwind for years. Between long-distance breakups, makeups, a wedding that never was, and plenty of emotional upheaval, he's not convinced they're ready to add another huge responsibility to the mix. Their desires collide quickly. Darcey insists that they need to make concrete plans, pointing to her age and the narrowing window of opportunity. Georgi counters that planning a baby requires more than just hope. It requires stability, commitment, and practical decision-making. He isn't saying never, but he's certainly saying not now. Family ties and familiar concerns. The conversation turns even more intense when Darcey's twins, Aniko and Aspen, enter the storyline. Both have been protective of their mother ever since Georgi came into her life, and their skepticism has never been subtle. The young women, now older and more vocal, question whether Georgi is truly ready for fatherhood when he hasn't yet proven himself as a long-term partner. Aspen gently suggests that her mother may be rushing things. Aniko is more direct, questioning whether Georgi's hesitation is really about timing, or if he simply doesn't see children in his future with Darcey. Georgi doesn't love being confronted, but he handles the conversation cautiously. He insists that he cares deeply about Darcey and her daughters, but adds that he wants their relationship to be secure before involving a child. He also sides with practicality, financial stability, emotional readiness, and a peaceful home life. The daughters aren't convinced. Their doubts intensify Darcey's anxiety. She recognizes their concerns but feels torn. She wants her daughters to approve, yet her desire for another child is powerful. Their added pressure leaves her feeling scrutinized and alone in her dreams. A frozen future? Later in the episode, Darcey meets with a fertility specialist to explore her options. She learns that her chances of conceiving naturally are slim due to her age. The doctor outlines possible paths: egg donation, surrogacy, and IVF, but none come without emotional and financial strain. Despite the daunting information, Darcey remains hopeful. She believes motherhood is still within reach and that love will help her overcome obstacles. However, the weight of the situation seems to hit Georgi harder. As he listens to medical explanations and projected costs, his apprehension grows. He wants to be responsible. He wants to be realistic. But Darcey wants him to be inspired. Their dynamics leave viewers wondering whether they'll be able to meet each other halfway, or if this dream might be their breaking point. Dinner debate. Later that night, Darcey and Georgi sit down to what was supposed to be a romantic dinner. Soft music, beautiful outfits, the works. Still, the tension over family planning follows them. The initial small talk quickly gives way to another emotional confrontation. Darcey lays her heart bare, explaining she doesn't want to feel judged or delayed by someone who might not have the same commitment. That if Georgi truly loves her, he should take the leap and help her build the family she's always wanted. Georgi tries to steady the conversation. He shares his fear that rushing into parenthood could damage their relationship, not strengthen it. He wants time to build a stronger foundation, to prove themselves capable of a peaceful, loving partnership before adding a child. To Darcey, that sounds like hesitation. To Georgi, it's caution. The episode highlights how differently two people can view the same moment. Darcey sees a future she's desperately chasing. Georgi sees pressure he's not sure is healthy. Their disagreement becomes heated. Voices rise, tears surface, and a wall forms where affection used to be. They began the evening holding hands and ended it struggling to make eye contact. The heart versus the clock. The central conflict lies in timing. Darcey feels her biological window closing and fears regret more than risk. Georgi, younger and less pressured by biology, believes that thoughtful planning is the best way to avoid repeating past mistakes. Darcey accuses him of lacking passion. Georgi accuses her of overlooking reality. Ultimately, neither is completely wrong. Their conflict is rooted not in incompatibility, but in fear, hers of missing out, his of failing. What comes next? The episode closes without resolution. Darcey tearfully admits to producers that she wonders whether Georgi truly sees her as the mother of his future children. Georgi confides separately that he doesn't want to lose Darcey, but he doesn't want to force a dream he's not ready for. Fans are left with burning questions. Will Darcey reconsider her timeline? Could adoption or surrogacy offer a middle path? Or will differing visions for parenthood finally sever a relationship that has already faced so many storms? With previews teasing escalating emotions and even talk of separation, it seems the couple's future may hinge on this decision, possibly more than any other they've faced. For now, one thing is clear. Darcey's dream of having children again and Georgi's hesitation have sparked one of the most heartfelt and complex conversations the franchise has tackled in recent seasons. As the story continues, viewers watch with anticipation, hoping that love, if strong enough, will find a way through.